Oh my gosh, you're so slow. You're so slow. Alright, so. Shoot. Okay. Guess we are leading you the whole way.
This is the end. This is the end. This is definitely the end. Or is it? Maybe it's just the beginning. You see, Minecraft is home to numerous different kinds of animals. So after completing all my goals in my hardcore world, I decided it was time to focus on my creative skills. And what better way to do that than by transforming the end into a new dimension for Minecraft's animals. So please, come along with me on this extended journey in order to transform the end into the Ark dimension.
Welcome back, guys. I think next we're going to work on this island right here, which I have marked out for desert. This should not take too long. Not too long at all. Alright, let's get to building this next bridge right over here.
Alright, so while we go over these time lapses, let's talk a little bit about the episode and where it's going to end up. Up until now, what was my largest single Minecraft project to date was showcased in episode 2. The grassy plateaus are truly massive, and even though they may be more simply decorated than some of my upcoming biomes, it was a serious undertaking. I also mentioned in that episode that the next project would be desert, and then I released the Dusk Jungle and Basalt Pools instead. Well, the reason I changed things was because at the time 1.21 was about to release, I discovered that version changes had locked me out of most of my replay footage, and I was pretty disappointed. I had specifically chosen the desert after the plains to work on a smaller project, but now the footage was too short, and it was missing moments I had worked hard for. So I decided I would add on to the project. A lot. But then as I was finishing, the updated replay mod for 1.21 was finally released, and it ironically fixed the issues I had been having. The only casualty is the fact that replay mod wouldn't load my skin for the old footage, so I look like Alex. But here we are now, watching the footage that I thought was gone for good. But I've still done so much more. So we're going to fast track the initial version of the desert island that would have been episode 3 and get quickly into the upgraded project, which you probably gathered by the thumbnail already. The original island is now only the tip of the iceberg. And by that, I mean tip of the pyramid, but I'll talk about that in a moment. We have a lot to do.
I do like hidden lighting, but with a background like this, we're not gonna be able to have lighting fully hidden. So, the solution that I came up with is something like this. We will turn the lights into part of the decoration with some custom desert plants. And then for, normal desert stuff, cactus. But if cactus grows 3 blocks tall that is, then it's gonna hurt my camels. So I'm gonna cap it off into flowering cactus in basically 3 stages of growth. And then we got some other bits and bobs. Lastly, in addition to dead bushes, for this white sand area that we've used white powdered concrete for, we can place down some coral that will decay and act a little bit like dead bushes, or petrified, bleached dead bushes. I like that. That's gonna look pretty good. Now it does look obviously a lot different than a regular desert, but that's kind of the point. So we have our little oasis. I decided to bring some pots in. Just a little bit of stuff going on here. And then we have our simulated white sand and coral mixed in with the sand. And plenty of dry foliage. So yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. It is different. It's maybe not quite what I expected. Like I say, it's a lot busier than a normal desert, but it's got its own ambiance. The camel can actually step up 1.5 block edges, so my wall isn't good enough. So I'm gonna have to fix that. That's gonna be one additional step I've got to do. Here we are. So it doesn't look as exciting as the other one, because apparently sand is the same color as endstone on the map, so it's not as brilliant or obvious as these over here.
Oh, I've still got arrows in me from a random skeleton attack. I'm not even really sure where he came from. But this is the desert that I've been tearing up for sand. And now it's time to get sandstone. So I'm going to destroy this place. Alright, I will catch up with you when I have all the materials I need. Was busy collecting some stuff in the stronghold, just cleaning out some of the area there, and when I popped into the end portal, I had a big slime. And this is super fortunate because I do eventually want to bring slimes to the end, so I was like, wait a second, I just have a bunch of wood that I collected from the stronghold, so I built some boats and trapped these slimes, and they are now probably going to sit here for 3 or 4 episodes. You know, it's not quite as small as I was thinking that it was, but that's okay. Alright, so I do want to add to it, and I think that the best way to do that is we're actually going to make the island the top of a pyramid. We're going to build down from each side. Total pyramid size is going to be, I think it's going to be something like 235 blocks in diameter. Let's start staging a bunch of our sandstone up here. I brought a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. So in order to get started,
Need to check my coordinates and find the center block. And then I think we're going to go down to about level 20. Let's get down low here for a second. How low is this part? So this is level 30. That looks lower. Alright, this is 22, so I can use this to start going. Oh, I don't love it though. Don't love building over the void. I'm gonna check my math one more time. I really don't want to mess this up. The scary thing though is I need to go even lower than this, so I'm going to need to place down a block underneath what I've got going on here. And I hate doing this. It's always like the scariest thing to me. I think that right there should be the right level. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. So, there. The other thing is that sandstone with my tools breaks instantly, so I don't want to like accidentally use my pickaxe on it, or that would be bad. So let's see, we're going out in which direction? This direction? Yeah, off into the void. Yay! We are going to go to toggle sneak for this. Here we go. Okay. This is one direction. Oh, hi guys. Hello. Now, let's go that way. I get extremely paranoid doing this. Yeah, whoa, what's up with that? What's up with that lighting? Oh boy. Okay. Now, we got a long way to go that way. So, I think what this comes down to is I have void trauma. Why are we lagging? What is going on? Holy crap, that's scary. Yeah, it's traumatic. It's like now all this building over the void. It's honestly probably one of the last things that I want to do. I think I'd rather go hang out in an ancient city or something like that. Okay. Woo! Woo-wee. Alright, so just that initial perimeter down there, it's over 900 blocks, 940, I don't know, something like that. So we're pushing 1,000 blocks already laid just for a line. But we'll do 2 layers. We'll do 1 layer of sandstone, and then we'll go over it with stairs, which will allow us to take out the torches and keep it from being spawnable. And then after that, I do want to at least get up like a gate, like some decoration. I've never really done like a pyramid before, so we're gonna see how that goes. We have used up 3 shulker boxes worth of sandstone, and what does that look like? Not too much. It's
5 full rows and part of a 6th, basically, to get to the top of the island here. We should have about 38 layers, so what does that mean? That means I'm a little less than a 1/6 of the way there on this first step. So there's still a lot to do. I think I at least want a big entrance area, and then maybe some kind of like pillars or obelisks or something, because our theme up here is white sands. I do think that just doing sandstone or even mixing in like some red sandstone would not really fit our theme. So I'm looking at something lighter. Maybe I think quartz is probably going to be a good way to go, both for the color specifically and the fact that I don't really use it very often. So I have a decent amount saved up, and I can get more. It's been quite a few hours, and I'm not anywhere close to finished with that first phase, but we have made significant progress. So we're more than halfway up, and on top of that, I've added in a bunch of these sections where the pyramid sides basically will have crumbled in, and will extend the sand out onto these flatter areas as well. And you can see just how massive this thing. Well, I mean, you can kind of see how massive this thing is. Whoa! Oh my goodness. Okay, that is truly massive. And I know it might look a little odd right now with all the eroded areas, but show you what we're going to do about that next. But before we do that, let's do something a little scary. I'm going to fly under it. So obviously right now we just have a big shell, and it's still, there are actually a couple areas by the bridge that I need to work on, but I will eventually build out the bottom of this island further to become one giant disc underneath. It's gonna be a little bit insane. Also, I think, oh, where am I? Whoa, where? There it is. There's actually one tiny little hole here from the bottom to the top. Ow. Yeah, so there's a little spot here where technically we can still get down in. And we do have to be careful, because right now that drops directly into the void. But I kind of want to leave that there. Yeah, that was a lot of work. I'm talking a lot of work. I don't know, hours and hours, to 10, maybe 12. I'm not totally sure. I did it over the course of a few days. Look at the camels. They're all kind of bunched up right now. A lot of them are. What are you guys doing up here? Did you know that you were living on top of an ancient pyramid? Are you even aware of what's going on here? I need to decorate and spawn-proof the outside, which thankfully a lot of that's going to go hand in hand, because we're talking slabs, stairs, walls, whatever. I still need to work out some of the details of how I want to do that. And then all these eroded areas are going to need sand and white sand, as well as lighting and other decorations. Well, there's still a lot of blocks to place down below, right? I mean, we just have a pyramid sitting over the void. So for now, I definitely want to take as many of these as I can, replace them with frog lights. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing next. Wow, it's actually really weird to think that, like, not too long ago, this was the edge of the island and dropped off into the void, and now look how much more room we have. This is insane. Hold on, wait, how did you get out here? How did you... No, what are you doing? Oh, shoot. Well, I mean... Oh, is this too close? No, I don't think that's too close. Is this one too close? Huh. Oh boy. Alright, well. Lucky for you, Camel. I was gonna give you this space anyhow. Okay, let's find our way down inside and get as low as we can. This part definitely makes me nervous. It always makes me nervous. Flying over the void now. Like I said, I have void trauma, basically. But I think, oh, what is down under here? How low is this? Oh, I was gonna say that's gonna hurt, but I don't care. Let's see, how low is this? Alright, let's go ahead and do the part that I hate. Ooh-wee! Ooh-wee, I don't like it. Let's get a torch onto this block. Oh, man. Yeah, I think we are now lower than the entire island. So it should just be a matter of building outward. I'm not going to do the entire underside right now. It's the math on it is huge, especially because it's going to be 2 layers, right? There's going to be a little bit of a very shallow sloping bowl, but then there's also going to be a flat layer under the pyramid. So it's quite a bit. Alright, so after many hours, I've actually got a decent outline here of the underneath end island, the new bottom of this thing. And I know I said I was going to wireframe it, and for the most part, that's what I did. But these interior couple layers, I really found it useful to actually be pulling more endstone off the bottom of the old island here. Okay, I've been working hard. We're almost there. Let's finish off this last segment. Oh my goodness, I can't even express just how long that took. I know that last part, that might look like it was relatively easy, but I had to start by laying out the wireframe in the void, which is not quick. This has been a crazy project so far. Now we have a bunch of decorating to do. Let's see. I gotta get back around. I do not love flying that low. So the fun part is next, and I can't wait. Now, one of the things that I didn't really pay attention to for this build was whether or not we actually had enough sand. So let's go take a look. So 9, we got about 15 shulker boxes of sand. 16, that's sandstone. About 16 shulker boxes of sand and about 3.5 white concrete powder. I think these are empty, waiting for more concrete powder. It's probably not enough, but it'll be close. We're gonna get placing and see.
Almost 15 shoulder boxes, and 6 hours later, we have covered most of this in sand. Yeah, good news. Good news, I had enough sand. Bad news, I used pretty much all my sand, and I don't have a whole lot of white concrete powder, so I guess I'm still gonna have to go get more. Okay, well, we're back at the desert, but I've already stolen all the sand from that part. So I guess I'm gonna start tearing apart this part. It's just time to dig. Just dig and dig and dig for a while. So here's a fun fact. Apparently... Oh gosh, what the heck is this? Oh my gosh, this is one of the most disturbing things I've seen. So, apparently, if you anger a trader llama and then you tame him, he still spits at you even though you tamed him. So we're gonna run away, get ready to make our concrete. Will he follow me? Like, am I gonna get accosted in my bed by a freaking llama? No? Okay. Wait, well, excuse me? You can't hit me. Oh, okay, you can. You know what? Is it really worth keeping you then? How long will he stay angry at me? Okay, bye. Don't you dare follow me. What about the other one? Where's the other one? Okay, but that dude is friendly. What's your problem? Alright, this has gone on long enough. Alright, so these are going to be our 8 shulker boxes of white concrete, in addition to 3 and change that we have. So to make those 8, we can take all these things, turn them into these things. And frankly, this would have been a wonderful opportunity to use the auto crafter. So I wish I had the foresight to set one of those up. Alright, well, back in the end and ready to place down some of our white sand. I am going to try and maybe get a before and after shot. If I can just get the camera in a good spot, I'll see about doing that. This actually may not take as long as it did to fill in the sand, so crossing my fingers that this is not another 6 hours of placing blocks. Yeah, sure enough, it only took about half the time to do this portion, even though I was wrong about the block count. I needed to go get a couple more shulker boxes, so it's almost as much concrete powder as actual sand. It was a lot. I definitely underestimated just how long it takes to collect quartz, and that's one of my primary building blocks for the rest of this. So I have all the materials laid out, ready to go. It's a lot. And then, because most of what I'm using is smooth varieties of sandstone and quartz, just in case, I've set up this quick smelter over here so that I can throw some more in it and it can remain loaded while I'm working. I put it up here because I'm pretty sure
that working on this side of the pyramid, the other side, or at least the other corners, are not loaded. It's that big. So yeah, we're gonna get started with that. Forgive the janky boat setup. This is so I can set up some good time-lapse shots as I build up this entrance. Alright, well, enough procrastinating. I guess it's just time to get started. There is one final feature that I do want to add to this, and I'll let it be a surprise. I missed, no! Ow. And here it is. A giant pyramid of dirt. Okay, just kidding. So to recap, initially our island looked something like this, and I realized that I didn't have enough footage to make the video quite what I wanted it to be. So I built down and made a skeleton underbelly of a new, deeper island. And then I added layers of sandstone, bringing pieces in where the island would have already had lower outcroppings. I figured a pyramid of this size needed a pretty grand, or at least interesting looking entrance. For now, temporarily, we have black concrete powder covering the hole to the interior. Eventually, I might like to work with creating something on the inside, but for now, we wanted to make sure that it still kind of looked like we're looking into the void. And then I covered the sandstone with stairs for a smoother look and the opportunity to add some detail to the sides. I came up with a design to make obelisks at each of the four corners. I just utilized variations of sandstone and quartz, and tried to give these segments as much depth and texture as possible. And then of course we needed to make the lower levels of this island match the upper layers as far as the decorations. And of course I wanted to give the sense that there was some lore behind this place, you know, that these ancient peoples that built this pyramid essentially saw the void as something powerful and something to revere, but ultimately it ended up ripping apart their pyramid itself. And I wanted the Eye of Ender to sit up there as though it was a harbinger of the void behind it. And all the glass basically representing the particles, the sort of magically frozen particles that were left over. And honestly, all said and done, I'm really happy with the results. do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? No. Oh. Actually, that works. Ho ho, ha ha. Ah. Alright, well, I think that finally wraps it up for today. This turned out to be massive. So, I think now I'm pretty caught up, and so I gotta figure out what am I gonna do next? Well, let me know if you have any ideas. And until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me on the Arc Dimension.